Welcome to accesstv.org. It's your boy Jessi here. Again, it's a wonderful show, fantastic show here in Hartford, Connecticut. Chat it up. And it's with me, your boy again. Always find us on YouTube and, of course, Facebook. Like us. Again, it's the best TV program out there. Everything that you want to talk about, all the fun, exciting activities, you can always find it on Chat It Up. Again, it's your boy Jessi. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We have a great show. Today we're talking about a big crime thing, a big fun thing, a big bad thing. Who knows? Again, but today the topic is gun, of course, the shooting, and of course, people's views on what they think about what's happened in Orlando today. All right, thank you and tune in for more.
My name's Jessi McCauley, and you're watching accesstv.org.
Welcome to accesstv.org. It is Jessi's Chat It Up. I'm downtown Hartford, Connecticut. I'm here with this lovely lady. Today we're going to talk about, the shooting in Florida. And I'll see exactly what her views are and the takes on what's happening down there. What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Sherry.
Pleasure to meet you, Sherry. So go ahead and tell me, what are your thoughts on the shooting in Florida?
Well, of course, I think it's devastating. Any taking of human life is a terrible thing, no matter what country, no matter who the person is or their circumstances. It's just a terrible, terrible turn of events.
Okay, you think that the news or the people and the authorities in Florida are doing the best that they can to make this a successful, investigation?
Well, because the shooter is deceased at this juncture, and this is after the fact, I think they're doing, what's expected of them. As far as future safety, perhaps I think that outlawing assault weapons would be a good thing to move forward with. I don't think that they're really necessary.
Okay, thank you there, Sherry. Another thing here. So, what are your thoughts for the families down there? Like, what would you like to say to them so they know that your heart is reaching out to them?
I think my heart goes out to them. My concerns, my prayers for their well-being and through the grieving process. I think that people of all genders and sexual orientation, everybody matters, and races, political stance, and monetary, the race and class. Everybody matters, so everybody is important, no matter who they are.
Well, thank you so much, Sherry. That was very insightful. Thank you for your thoughts, and I appreciate it. So, thank you. That was Sherry just giving us her thoughts on what's happening in Florida. Hope to see you around soon. Have a great day. All right, thank you. Again, it's accesstv.org. It's your boy Jessi. I'm downtown Hartford. Again, it's Chat It Up Live. Check us out on Facebook and YouTube. I'm here with another gentleman talking about the shooting here in Florida. Sir, what's your name?
My name is Jeff.
Jeff, what are your thoughts on the shooting?
I think it's happening more often. It's a despicable occurrence, but at the same time, can you imagine if somebody in that club had a weapon on them, a legal gun owner, and was able to take that guy out? So I know there's a lot of debate about gun control and whatnot, but there's two sides to every coin. So, I feel like if there was perhaps an armed guard or somebody who, had the legal right to own a weapon in that club, maybe, some lives would have been saved. But it's impossible to say.
Okay, good views. On a question. So go ahead and let me know. Now, you think that gun control is a good thing right now in our country, or no?
No. I believe that there are some sensible gun control measures that need to be taken, and most of them already are. You got automatic weapons, assault rifles that are banned in most states. But further to the point, you look at the most strict gun control laws in the nation: Chicago, New York City, Boston. That's where the highest murder rates are. And so where people are able to protect themselves, you don't have as much crime. Now, two sides to every coin. A gun escalates the situation, and it could result in a death when there shouldn't have been. But at the same time, I don't believe that excessive gun control measures are a good thing for this country right now. They're just not.
Okay, Jeff. Well, that was very good. And do you have anything to say to the families down there in Florida with this mass shooting?
We're hanging in there. We're praying for you. Just stay strong, and the country has your back. So, God bless.
All right. Thank you so much, Jeff. You have a great day. Pleasure meeting with you. All right.
Pleasure.
Welcome back here. It's Downtown Hartford, Connecticut. It's your boy Jessi, Chatted Up Live. Go ahead and check us out on Facebook and YouTube as well. All right, we're here every Thursday or Tuesday. Just come check us out. And I'm here chatting with one of my cool friends, and we'll see what are his views on the shooting in Florida. What's your name, sir?
Matthew.
All right, Matthew. Well, so we just had Matt earlier. Now we had Matthew. What are your views on the shooting in Florida? How are you taking that?
Well, anytime you have a massacre like this, regardless of whatever group or whatever you want to classify people as, it's an act against humanity. And when you see stuff like this happening, it makes us as a species look bad. No, you never see an animal massacre another animal for no reason. We're the only things in existence that do that, and you just would think that we're at a point in time where we're not doing things like this anymore. It looks bad on anybody, no matter what group it is to attack or how you feel about a group. It's still a person living their life. They still got family. They still got kids, And at the end of the day, there's nothing that you could say really to bring them back to their families. There's no way you can really compensate them for their losses. And at the end of the day, that's something unfortunate, and you just don't want to see stuff like that happening.
All right, good. And a question, do you think this was a planned thing in the making, or you just think this was just impulse?
Honestly, it could be either way. I mean, you see it as it was planned. As they went to the place, they knew the location. But then again, people got shot in the car because they didn't want to turn their music down, and the white people didn't like the brothers' music. So it could be impulse, it could be planned. Either way, you always have. I think everything's premeditated because you always have time to decide not to do something. So even if you feel like it's an impulse, until you do action, it's premeditated because you have to think about something before you do it. Only thing that could be impulse is self-defense or reflex.
Okay, thank you so much there for your thoughts. Is there anything you want to say to the families in Florida?
Well, we're here with you, That's a loss. Like I said, that's a big human loss, and we're with you, I can't say I know how you feel having lost that many people, but it's a big toll, definitely. It's definitely a big toll.
All right, thank you, Matthew, for your time, and pleasure talking to you today. Have a great day. All right. All right, welcome back to Access TV. This is Jessi here downtown, and again, another gentleman will be giving me his views and what he thinks about the shooting there in Orlando. Sir, what's your name?
My name's Matt.
Matt, what are your thoughts on the shooting down in Florida?
It's awful. I mean, it's tragic, and it makes me sad for our country. And I think, Stan knows, our videographer, right, that I'm a Republican. But I think that the Republicans are absolutely wrong on the gun control issue, and I'm proud that Senator Murphy has been standing up and using this as an opportunity to speak out on that topic. And I'm sad for the gay community. I think it's, I don't know whether this was motivated by a terrorism in the sense of a broader effort that's inspired by ISIL or ISIS or whatever, or whether it was really targeting the gay community. But either way, it's totally offensive, and we need to stand with our gay brothers and sisters and tell them we support them.
Okay. All right, Matt, so you think this has nothing to do with any political views or... It does.
Oh, I don't know whether... he killed 50 people for some reason. I'm not sure what it is.
Okay, so you think the families are taking this lightly, or do you think that it's really hard on their heart?
I can't speak for the families, but I have to assume it's hard on their hearts, sure.
Okay, you have anything to say to the families in Florida?
Oh, gosh. Well, we're grieving with you here and praying for you, and And I hope that, it's been said time and time again, and nothing's happened, but I hope that perhaps this is going to be an impetus for change.
Well, thank you so much for your time, and you have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. And again, I'm downtown Hartford, Connecticut, talking about the mass shooting in Florida. Again, it's Chat It Up. Check us out on Facebook and YouTube. Sir, what's your name?
Sharif Susi.
Go ahead.
Sharif Susi.
Okay, Mr. Sharif, go ahead and tell me what are your thoughts on the shooting in Florida?
Well, I don't know how you can have any other thoughts except that it's the kind of thing we probably don't want happening more often or as part of anyone's culture, really.
Okay, so you think this was a big thing for the country now? Is it taking away from other activities that the country needs to be focusing on, or you think this is the main focus right now?
No, I don't think it's going to take away from other activities. I think it's the most recent event in a series of unfortunate events, but in terms of taking away attention, I think it deserves attention. I think it is a serious domestic issue that we need to be taking seriously and devoting the right attention to.
You think it's been taken care of the way it should right now in terms of the support from the people in Florida?
I mean, I think it's hard to say as to what's the right way of taking care of it. If we knew what the right way of taking care of it was, we would be solving it already. But it's certainly something worth debating and arguing because it can happen anywhere.
Okay, so you think the political personals right now in terms of the election is coming up, do you think that measures that are being in place for this election, you think that there's a way to control what's going on in terms of the gun control and violence?
I mean, I think there's a handful of issues that are going to come up more so they're going to be more in the headlines now because this happened, but things like gun control and what we do with domestic threats are always going to be serious issues, and this just adds another data point to the fact that it has to be taken seriously.
Great. Just one more thing. Tell me what you think about the families in Florida. What support can you give to them, like from here in Connecticut?
Only that it's, I'm sure, so difficult for any of us to understand going through losing a child, losing a loved one in this kind of way. And even if we can't understand, you have our sympathies and our best wishes.
All right, thank you so much, and you have a great day. Pleasure talking to you. All right, again, we're here downtown Hartford. Another gentleman giving me his views on the shooting in Florida. What's your name, sir?
My name's Avery.
Avery, what are your thoughts on the shooting in Florida?
I think completely my thoughts are very sort of split in a way that I have a younger sister who is married and gay and living a great life in Manhattan, has 2 boys, and I don't know if actually now with the news coming along that if he was a closeted gay man, it could quite possibly have run his sort of malice on humanity and the just desecration of humanity on that night. But speaking about, like, thinking about his father's, statements in certain ways makes it a little ridiculous, because I think the father may have known a little bit as the wife has. And I think with the wife, I'm not in law enforcement in any way, but I feel like maybe there has to be something that has to come with her knowing the fact and going to the gay club. It doesn't matter. It's just a gay club. It could be a private club. It could be any club. It just happens to be a gay club. And that's all well and good. But at the end of the day, to commit the harm that he did in a matter of hours, you can't really, I think nowadays people find fault in the police, like why did the SWAT wait so long and this and that. But either way, I think it would be just blame. I think it's a blame society. I'm a bit older, and I'm not willing to, really accept that fact. And another thing is, I think there are demons in people's lives. My youngest sister, who came out to me, almost 10 years ago, it wasn't a demon in her. She just knew she was gay from birth. And we're Hindu, and they're Muslim, and I understand that, but she came out to my parents in a very, very straightforward way. Maybe he couldn't with his father, but you told your wife certain things, and I there's a fallacy in the government in the way of, myself being from Connecticut and being in Connecticut when Sandy Hook happened, the whole gun issue is a Republican issue. It is Republicans that don't want, because when you get money as a lobbyist from the NRA, you get a lot of money and they get a lot of control. If the three of us, the cameraman, yourself and myself, had the same lobby running in two different colors, I was born in India. I don't know where you were born. I don't know where you were born, but I'm sitting with black men and an Indian man. I think it would be different. But when is this country, which is supposed to be the most powerful, and back in the day, I think we got into trouble with policing the world, but I think we need to be the moral character of at least a superpower. And I don't know at the end of this year with the election, I really don't know what will succumb in this country. With the amount of shootings in France, there was a stabbing just days later. The poor girl was shot in Orlando. Nothing comes of that. And in that capacity, I hope that we as human beings find a heartful nature and a decent nature of dealing with each other. And I know it's a very long shot of a thought, but I do hope that as being the best thing for us to. We need to speak and accept everyone. We're all Americans. So I'll leave you with that. Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you so much. That's well said. Thank you. I didn't have to. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, and thank you for your thoughts. So, anything you'd like to say to the families in Florida?
All I say to the families in Florida, when I go to a temple, I'm Hindu. When I go to temple, I think about the souls, and I wish all of the souls lost in this tragedy just a better life up above. I'm sure they weren't thinking about ending it at this point, but your soul will teach, I think, all of us sitting here in tangible life a better thing. So I wish that. So namaste.
Thank you so much for your time, sir. You have a great day. Pleasure meeting you.
My name is Jessi McCauley, and I do business as Light Source Productions. I provide professional services in the area of strategic video communications. First, what we do is we help you craft your message using what I call the rule of the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, and why. We do event documentation, content acquisition, full-scale productions, editing, and of course distribution through our social media television network. And with social media, video is more important now than it has ever been. Whether you're talking big business, small business, nonprofit, church, or just an individual. Let's say you plan you're planning an event, a wedding, whatever the case may be. But let's say a big event, but no video. And you spent all this time, all these hours to put this event on, and maybe 100, 200 people attend the event. But more important than that is that thousands could attend by watching it on social media. But of course, you don't think about this until after the event is over. You can't afford not to capture it. for social media. And despite what people think, I am affordable. Give me a call. Let's plan your next video project and share it with the world on my social media television network. I promise you that you will have the attention of one person, me.
Right, thank you for tuning in today. Again, it is Chat It Up Live. So you hear all the views of these wonderful people thinking about Florida and the shooting. Of course, we're always here downtown at Hartford, Connecticut, chatting up live every Thursday, maybe Tuesday sometimes. Again, just come see us, talk with us, different topics every week. All right, so thank you again for tuning in. Again, check us out on Facebook and YouTube. Again, it's Chat It Up Live with your boy Jessi. Have a wonderful day.